zoom out, now look at the entire planet as a one system, as a one home, and how we as a home on the planet, how much energy we are consuming today. And not only that, how much energy we are consuming today, from where this energy is coming, what are the sources of the energy. Not only that, on this planet, what is the rate at which our energy consumption is increasing. These are the very important numbers that we all must know when we talk about energy and climate. So the planet as a single home of all human beings, if you look at our energy consumption of today, about 80 to 85% of our energy comes from the carbon-based sources, petrol, diesel, LPG, CNG, etc. 80 to 85%. And if you look at the pre-industrial era, when our life used to mostly run with the help of renewable energy, the carbon fuel consumption was almost zero. And then in 1850s, we started using coal, and then 1860s and 70s, we started using crude oil, and then in 80s and 90s, we started using gas. Still in the 1860s and 17 and 1900 and 1910, 20, 30, the overall consumption of fossil fuel was not very much. And look at this graph on your screen, that how with respect to the time, the total fossil fuel consumption of the planet is increasing and increasing and increasing. But the more important and worrisome trend is that it is increasing with almost as an exponential growth. Look at the graph and figure out that in the last year or last few years back, how much was the total consumption? It's almost about 13,800 million tons of oil equivalent. And what is the contribution of each of the energy sources? What you see here, that the contribution from the coal, petrol, diesel, LPG alone is a very significant 80 to 85%. And there is a very little contribution, or only 15% contribution comes from the rest of the energy sources. That includes hydroelectricity, that include nuclear, and that also include renewable energy sources. So look at each of this component or element of the today's energy use. It is hugely towards the fossil energy. Okay, so somebody says that yes, we need energy, and this fossil based energy is driving our growth. With this carbon sources we can run bigger machines, faster machines. But as I said earlier, there is a problem. In fact, there are three problems associated with these energy sources. Number one, that if you look at the availability of fossil fuels all over the planet, they are unequally distributed. They are not equal everywhere. So somewhere you will find only in the Middle East there is a lot of oil, you will only find in Russia, Australia there is a lot of coal, and America, but most of the country do not have enough energy resources or the fossil energy resources that they need. As a result of that, about 150 countries, 160 countries are dependent on the fossil fuel import. And whenever a country is dependent on the fossil fuel import, it always the geopolitical situation that affects the supply. The rate of the fossil fuel varies significantly, and therefore a country is always wary of how much of the fuel will come, at what cost will come, whether the cost of the fuel will be constant or not. This is a worrisome trend for any country that imports energy. So the energy security of the country is dependent on the geopolitical situation. The second fact about the use of fossil based sources is that they are always going to be the finite. From where we take these energy sources, we just dig it from underground, and there is only finite capacity. There is no infinite coal, there is no infinite petrol, diesel, there is no infinite gas. And if it is only finite and the rate at which we are consuming is increasing over a period of time, which means that these finite sources will not last forever. It will not last very long. Depending on how much the source is available and depending on what rate we are using, the availability of fossil fuel is determined. Okay, so some people say that the maybe crude oil can only be available for another 40-50 years. The coal may be available for another 200 years, 150 years. Gas may be available for another 60, 70, 80 years. In fact, if you look at the example of country India itself, there is 80 to 85% crude oil that country imports, and whatever is available on Indian soil is so little that if India is to depend only on the crude oil produced in the country, the whole stock available in the India or Indian soil will only last 5 to 6 years, and that's it. So such is the critical nature of these finite resources. But all over the world, we the modern humans are basing our systems, are basing our life and our industry and our homes and our schools fully on the fossil based energy. And because, as I am repeating again, the fossil fuels are finite, and therefore you are going to run in some kind of problem sooner or later whenever the fuel get exhausted. The third and the bigger problem is that the carbon based energy sources will always have a byproduct as a carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas, and it will result in a global warming. It has already resulted in a global warming. So as a result of that, you can see the increased temperature all over the planet. So these are the three major problems of increasing use of fossil energy in the world: the energy security of the country, the limited behavior or the availability of the fuels, and the climate change that it is causing. I hope this gives a clear picture about how much overall energy consumption of the world and how much it is tilted towards the fossil based energy sources. We need to really do something about it and probably slightly move towards solar energy. So in the next session, we'll discuss about what is the impact on the climate change, how bad it is right now, and what is the role carbon dioxide is playing. See you in the next session.